Hi everyone, I'm Amrita and welcome to my channel Fries and Shine. Here you will find evidence-based, no-nonsense, nutrition-related information. Today's video is a little different in that I'm going to be discussing a common issue that people have been complaining about, which is excessive hair fall while we've been under lockdown. I've put together some practical as well as nutritional recommendations with the help of dermatologist and trichologist Dr. Rucha Kagne and myself, respectively. Please note, a trichologist is a doctor who can diagnose causes of hair loss, diseases of the scalp, and treat them accordingly. Now that we have some clarity about that, let's begin. So first, let's cover some of the more practical reasons and solutions for hair fall. Number 1, reduced frequency of hair washes. Now, either because we are being lazy or because we have nowhere to go, a lot of us are washing our hair less regularly than we normally did. What happens then is cumulative hair shedding. We shed the amount of hair that we would normally shed in 2 washes in 1 wash. It's absolutely normal to lose 50 to 100 strands of hair every day. What also happens when you don't regularly wash your hair is there is more collection of dirt and grime on the scalp. As dirt and grime continues to collect, it can damage hair, causing it to fall. The solution to this problem is simply trying to wash your hair as often as you did in regular life. Depending on the texture of hair you have and the kind of hair you have, this may be anywhere between washing every day to washing 2 to 3 times a week. Number 2, reduced frequency of hair combing. Now this is a point similar to hair washing. If you don't comb your hair out often enough, there will be cumulative hair shedding when you do comb it. Not combing your hair also allows it to get into knots and tangles, and then when you do try to comb it out, the added stress on the hair might cause it to damage and break. The solution to this is simply comb your hair often enough, at least twice a day. Number 3, heat and steam. Many of us don't have our house helpers at home anymore, and we've been doing more cooking than we normally do. The excessive heat and smoke from cooking can also make hair more dirty and dry, damaging it and causing it to break, especially when it's compounded by the other factors mentioned above. Let's quickly go over a couple of other tips that you can follow. Tie curly or frizzy hair to reduce friction against surfaces, especially when you sleep. Don't comb wet hair as it is more prone to damage versus dry hair. Don't aggressively dry your hair with a towel as is depicted in the video. Exercise. This gets blood flowing everywhere in the body, including the scalp, so it ensures that there's adequate nutrition for your hair. Okay, now let's visit some nutrition problems that we've commonly seen in lockdown, which may be affecting your hair fall. Number 1, eating a well-balanced diet. Most of us are cooped up at home and we may not be getting as much exercise as we regularly do. And we may be making random changes in our diet, adding stuff, removing stuff, in an attempt to either maintain weight or to lose weight. Don't do this. It's important to have a balanced diet both for the health of your hair as well as for your immune system. By well-balanced diet, I mean a combination of foods that are good for your body and provide nutrients like whole grains, pulses, beans, fruits, vegetables, dairy, eggs, lean meats, as well as foods that may not have as many nutrients but that you really enjoy, like cakes and chocolate. Second, eat enough food. Again, in an attempt to either maintain weight or lose weight, we may be giving our body less food than it needs. But remember, hair is non-essential to living and life. So if you are giving your body less energy, it's going to divert all this energy to the important organs like your liver, your lungs, your heart, at the expense of your hair. So if your body gives you a sign that it is hungry, don't ignore it, feed it. Number 3, adequate protein. Protein is the primary component of hair, and with changed access to food, a lot of us might not be getting in as much protein as we normally do, especially if you are vegetarian. Reach out to a nutritionist or a dietitian who can help you figure how much protein you exactly need and what best food sources you can use to meet this need. Great quality sources of protein are dairy, eggs, lean meats, soy, and a combination of beans and pulses along with a grain. Fourth, manage stress. Stress, by changing the hormone system in the body, can actually impact and increase hair fall. Try and find strategies that work for you, especially if you tend to be constantly stressed. Finally, please remember, the life of a single hair follicle is about 9 months. So any hair intervention that you make, you need to give it some time to see effects. Luckily, interventions for hair fall work much sooner, so get started now. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel and share this video with other people who may find it helpful. If you have any questions or concerns for either me or Dr. Rucha, you can leave them in the comments below and we'll have them answered for you. We hope to see you very soon. Until then, keep shining.